Welcome back to another video here with Angel B Designs. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you guys how to make the senior graduation tiles. I do have a video showing you how to make the mom tiles from last year. Which that video is still up and a lot of people are watching it because Mother's Day is coming up. But we also have graduations coming up, and I figured another way to kind of utilize these tiles, because they are cost effective, is to make them for seniors. So I did have a couple of requests to make these, so I am just going to go ahead and show you how I do it. Okay, so I'm in Cricut Design Space. This is also kind of an updated answering all the questions that I get on the mom tile video. This is the exact same method I'm using from the mom tiles. I'm just doing senior instead of mom. So I am in Cricut Design Space. I'm going to go over here to text, and I'm going to type in capital letters SEN. Actually, right now we're in I Love Glitter. I'm going to pick a different font, something kind of chunky, easy to read, because this is going to be, let me go over to system. This is going to be our, for the word senior. So I think I'm going to use this one, Arial Black. Because like I said, you want something that's chunky and easy to read. Okay, so I'm going to type in SEN. The I is going to actually be the year, so 2021. And then we are going to actually turn that, and that is going to kind of replace the letter I. So we got SENI and we need OR. So you want to make sure this and this is the same size. So let's do 1.5. We're going to unlock this because we want to make sure they're all 1.5. And 1.5. And then this one, 1.5. Okay, so now they are all the same height. Okay. So that is how it's going to look. Now, let's remove this for a second. I want these to be welded, and I want them to cut exactly like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both of these, and I'm going to weld that. So when I go to cut it, it's going to cut as one piece, so that the only thing I have to go ahead and add in will be this 2021, which will be a different color vinyl. Okay, then what I'm going to do, the tile that I have is a 3x12 tile. So you want to make this a little bit smaller. So the width, let's see, the height needs to be, if it's 3, let's do 2.5. No, let's do 2. That gives us a little bit of a small border that goes around, so it's not completely edge to edge. And then I'm going to unlock this, and I'm going to make this, let's make it 10.5. Okay, so my tile is 3 height by 12 long. So we're going to make this 10.5 long by 2 height, so that it fits on our tile. Okay, so senior is going to be in a holographic color, so I'll just make it blue, or it'll be in a holographic vinyl. 2021, I think it's going to, I'm going to do silver. And then we're going to add the name. So for this one, we're going to use I Love Glitter. I Love Glitter. And I got this from DaFont, DAFONT.com. It's free. You just close out Cricut, and then you're going to download the font onto your computer and then reopen Cricut, and it should be there for you. Now I'm going to type in to get the, so you have an unshaded heart or you have a shaded heart, which is that one. Okay, so the hearts that people are getting comes with the I Love Glitter font. You can either do a shaded heart or a non-shaded heart. And to do that, you would hold Shift and press the underscore button on your keyboard. Or if you're on a Mac, I think it's Command, maybe. Or, do you have Shift on Mac? I have no idea. Whatever is the Mac equivalent to Shift, it would be the underscore button. For, I think it's the non-shaded. Let me double check. Okay, so Shift underscore for non-shaded, and then Shift in the straight line button for shaded. Okay, so can you see it up here in my text box? It's that line, that straight line. It's not the letter L. It's not a letter. Shift and then the straight line. I know for PC, it's underneath the backspace button. It's in between the backspace and the enter button. Okay, so I am going to do a shaded heart, and I'm going to just put the name Bianca. Okay, now you see how this is all gappy, it's not touching. What I want to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to make the letter spacing closer, and I'm going to see if that works. If not, we'll just have to ungroup it and move it. But let's see. Okay, so it did go ahead and get all of my letters to connect. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure you do this step, otherwise they're going to cut all your Cricut or whatever will cut all the letters separately. You want to make sure you weld them. So it's going to cut as one continuous cut versus cutting the B separate from the I, separate from the A. Even though they're touching, it'll still like pick the knife up and cut it separately. You want it one continuous cut. It's just easier to weed. Trust me, I've done this 100 times, and when I forget to weld, it's just a mess. Okay, it is a mess because the letters are so small. So don't forget to weed. Okay. Now I'm going to kind of put this over so I can see how it looks. I don't want to completely cover the 2021. So I want to make it big enough to where maybe the I is over the 2021 so you can still see it. If you want to close this out, I already welded it, so now I can't go back. If you want to, let me do it again. Like if you want to have a second heart, let's see, Bianca, oops, A-N-C-A, and then close it out with another heart. You can do it like that. I actually think I like that better. And then we're just going to decrease the letter space until it all touches, which now it does. So I'm at negative 0.7. I'm going to delete this one. And then we're going to go here and we're going to weld it so that it's all going to cut as one continuous piece. And then just kind of place it on here and see how it looks, how big you want it. Okay, so I think that looks good. I think the size of that word looks good. I'm probably going to do Bianca in maybe black. Yeah, I think I might do Bianca in black vinyl. I think that looks good. This is the senior is going to be holographic, gray, and then black. Okay, then we're going to go over to Make It. We are using premium removable or non-removable vinyl, so premium permanent vinyl. You do not have to mirror. I want this to all be on one mat. It's just easier, so I'm going to move everything to the first mat. The 2021 is going to be one little piece of gray vinyl. I'm just going to put right here in the corner. This is going to be another piece of black vinyl, but I'm going to all put it on one mat, and I'll show you guys. I think I've showed you guys this before, but I'll show you again, because who wants to put all of these on 3 separate mats? That's ridiculous. Okay. And it's all going to be the same type of vinyl. Now, you can't do this trick if you're using like a shimmer vinyl and then a regular. It has to all be the same texture, because like, let's say I was doing senior in the shimmer vinyl. The setting for the shimmer vinyl needs to have more pressure than the setting for the regular vinyl that I would cut Bianca out of. So you can't do this trick if you have different textured vinyls. You can only do this if it's all going to be the same type of vinyl. Same goes for HTV. If I was going to use regular white HTV for 2021 and then I was going to use glitter HTV for senior, I can't do this because that's 2 different texture settings. They have to be cut, like this has to be cut on everyday iron on, and this has to be cut on glitter iron on. So you can't do this if you have different textures. I'm going to hit continue. And then this is all going to be cut on. I don't have it on here. Let's find our vinyl setting. This is going to be premium. Select done, regular pressure. And then I'm going to go ahead and get the stuff on the mat. I'll show you what it looks like and we will get it cut out. So I will meet you guys over at my craft table. Okay guys, so I'm at the craft table. I'm going to show you guys how I layer my vinyl on my mat to cut in separate pieces like that. So I looked on the computer and the black piece is going to be a piece that comes down to about 1.2 if I were going to measure it out on my mat. So I put my black piece here. And I literally take just a regular schmegular ruler. There's nothing fancy. It's just a regular acrylic ruler. And then I line it up where like the 1.2 would be. And I take my Cricut X-Acto knife. And I just cut the vinyl off right where I measured it out at. And then I pull it off. So now I have a piece that's as long as I need it. You can cut it right here too if you want to move this off. But that's how I get it like that. The next piece is sitting between the 3 and the 5. And I actually did that wrong. I wanted Bianca to be... That's fine. So 2021, this was supposed to be the 2021 piece, which I was going to do in silver. But that's okay. I'll just switch it around. So Bianca will be in silver. So I looked on the mat, on the computer, and it said Bianca sits in between the 3 and the 5 on the mat. So I'm going to put this piece of paper on here, take the same ruler, we're going to line it up. I always do a little bit bigger just to make sure, you know, I have some room. So I'm going to do 5.5 and just cut it out with my X-Acto knife going along the ruler. And now I have a piece that's exactly as much as I need it. And then the same thing with the last piece of vinyl. I always put tape on my vinyl when I roll it up so it doesn't unroll. But then when I try to get the tape off to use it, I can never get it off. Okay, so the holographic is between the 6 and the 9. So I'm just going to go ahead and unroll it. Place it in between the 6, right at the 6, and the 9. And then I'm just going to cut it out. Just like that. Okay. So now I have my 3 pieces of vinyl on the same mat. I'm actually going to cut all of these on the holographic vinyl setting. So I'm just going to go ahead and get these cut out, and I will be back when they're done. Okay guys, so I am back. Let me zoom in. Oh, okay, there we go. Here is my tile. I got it from Lowe's. Like I said, it's a 3x12. This wouldn't have been my first choice, but they were kind of low, so I had to go with this one. But it's just for demonstration purposes, honestly. And then I have my 3 pieces here. We are going to go ahead and start with the word senior, which is in the holographic vinyl. I have my transfer tape already cut out here. And then you're basically just going to, layer it. If I can get my transfer tape off. When I was just weeding, I wasn't having no problems with this weeder. But now I'm on camera and I need to get this backing off and I can't get it off. Okay. So you're just going to place it on there. This is the Cricut transfer tape on top of the Cricut holographic vinyl. You're going to take your whatever squeegee. I have the XL scraper. And you're just going to burnish it really good. And then you're going to turn it over and peel the backing away from. Okay. So and like I said, you're just going to, my battery died again. You're just going to pull the backing away from your transfer tape. Okay, now you got your towel. And the easiest way for me, I kind of fold it like a taco and put it down. For me, it just works easier that way. But you want to make sure it's nice and lined up and centered before you place it down. Okay. Then you're going to take your XL scraper again and just burnish it really good. And then peel the transfer tape at an angle, a sharp angle. And it should come right on up. And then if you have any air bubbles, you can just kind of take your squeegee, like I have one right here, and just press it out. And it comes right on out. Okay? Alright, there's the first part. We got senior on there. Now we're going to do our 2021, which for this, I'm just going to cut off a little piece of this transfer tape, so I'm not working with this big piece. That's going to be super annoying. Okay, so I just cut off a small piece of the transfer tape I was just using to work with this 2021 because it's so small. Same thing, we're just going to put it on there, burnish it, turn it over and peel the backing away from the transfer tape. Here's our 2021. And then I'm going to put it this way, and we're just going to line it up. Make sure it's nice and centered and put it on there. Burnish it and then peel it up. This is a super easy project. It doesn't cost a whole lot of money if you're doing these, like if you're doing a lot of them. Oh man, I just messed up my transfer tape. Okay, wait a minute, I can fix it. There we go. It wasn't even, but we fixed it. But if you're doing like a lot of these, I know last year I did that mom tile video I have is a year old. So I actually sold a lot of these tiles last year. I mean, like a lot. I gotta burnish it a little bit more because the transfer tape is getting a little not sticky. Come on, tile. Transfer tape. And all of these are the Cricut brand transfer tape. The Cricut brand vinyl. The transfer tape is also Cricut brand, which can all be purchased at Michael's. Okay, and then you are just going to go ahead and center this as well. And place it on there. Burnish it. That looks so pretty. All right, and then you're going to peel the transfer tape up at an angle. Push down any pieces that are trying to come up. And press out your air bubbles if you have any. All right, that looks so cute. And let me turn down my ring light so you guys can see, because it's kind of glaring a little bit. How cute is that? Cute, simple, and cheap to make. And then, you know, the little stands that I actually don't have anymore, but you can get the stands from Dollar Tree. They're the little feet that you stand it on like this. You can get them at Dollar Tree. All right, but that is all that I have for this video, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, definitely drop them down below. Make sure you join my craft group. It will be on the link tree. So down below, underneath the follow me section, there's going to be a link tree link. You click the link tree, it's going to pull up all of my links that I have. Join my Facebook group will be one of them. And then I will link, I do have a link to my storefront. None of these products came from Amazon. You can get these from Lowe's. I went to Lowe's and Michael's to get the vinyl. But if you do want to shop my Amazon store, that link will be down below as well under the materials section of the description box. But thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.